Killian, why am I gonna hate you? Why am I gonna hate you, Killian? What did you possibly do to make me hate you? Did you do something? Don't worry about me unplugging things. No, the Fool is a tarot card. The Jester is a deck of cards card. The Fool is the first card in a deck of tarot. But hello. How's everybody doing today? I've messed with my mic settings a little bit. But unfortunately, two things have happened to prevent me from doing what I wanted to do today. Your poor ears. What's wrong with your ears? What happened? We're whispering right now. So I wanted to do a kind of ASMR, just chatting. But unfortunately, two things happened. The first thing that happened is that the lovely landscaping company that does work around the apartment complex, they decided to do a lot of work. So that means, oh, I'm sorry. That means that I'm just gonna be here and kind of chill. But we're doing mostly just chatting today, relaxed. And also, the poll that I wanted, that would let me to do, the whole 3D audio thing, has gone missing. That's right, chat, I lost my poll. But instead, I was thinking maybe I'll do some tarot. I'm sorry, Amethyst. Would y'all be interested in some tarot today? It's been a little while since I've done it. No ball. No, I didn't have time to finish that. Yeah. Has been a while. So I'll just be relaxed today and do some tarot. You've never done tarot? It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. You just give me here we'll do a little point redeem. None of you know how tarot works. Oh, this will be fun. Though apparently the ad that I ran at the beginning didn't actually want to run. So it's going to try. Wait, what's going on here? Incoming ad break. I just ran an ad. But an ad starts in 4 minutes and 34 seconds. That's not right. You kidding me? Here. Let's do... How many minutes of video ads do you want to run per hour? 30 seconds. This is weird. Interesting. Okay. Well, if ads do run, let me know. I do apologize. The intent was to get rid of them. Amethyst, why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? What did I do? Okay. So here is the plan, okay? You can ask me a question. You can ask me for a day read, a week read, that kind of thing. Oh, sorry. Ray. Oh, you're such a good little pet, aren't you? Such a good pet. Any sort of question, but we're going to add the redeem back, so give me just 1 second while I fix this. Kind of, you know, doing this on the fly. Your rewards. Wait, where isn't? Where did it go? Channel points, manage channel. And... oh no, it's gone. There it is. For 100 points, you can get a tarot card reading. No shrimping. Don't tell me what to do. Here we go. Okay. Alright, Keeper. What kind of question do you have for me? And you know what? We're going to reframe this as ASMR Tarot. Now, you can ask me a yes-no question. You want a week read? Yeah. Let's see how your week's gonna go, okay? Let's see. We'll do a single card read for now. And if there's additional cards needed, we'll go for that. So how it works is I have a deck of cards in front of me, and I have another little booklet, a grimoire if you will, that tells me all about the little cards. Ideally I should have all of these memorized, but there's a lot of cards, and you pick them up as time goes on. Now, Keeper, you got the Queen of Cups. Upright, it represents protection, intuition, unconscious emotion, and creativity. Today could be a week where you should rely on yourself and your own choices to let your emotions dictate your actions and to focus on a more creative aspects of it. This is a great week to work on any new projects you have and to kind of just guide yourself. Intuition is going to be well favored here. Gillian, what are you looking for? What kind of read would you like? Can do a day read, a week read. If there's a specific thing you want a quick draw for, whatever you want. A week, perfect. So this week, let's see what we have for you. We have the Six of Swords. Now the Six of Swords, as all the swords, is more a representation of ambitions, of thoughts, of power and conflict. And Six of Swords specifically represents solutions, change, security, transition. Now this is going to be a time for you that's a positive phase. Things that you might have been struggling with before are going to be coming to an end. Things are going to have a positive result where you're going to feel more comfortable and safe by the end of it. A good week indeed. And by the way, whether you believe in tarot or not, the cards are meant more for yourself to look at how you view the world. For me, they're just a tool of thought-provoking and ideas. I will never claim they can divine anything, but going off of that, Killian, safety, security, an end to problems that you've been having. I wish you luck with that. How are you doing today, Desi? And Lilith, what would you like for your read? Will I get a good new job? I'm not really happy with my current one. Now tell me, Lilith, are you looking for a new job? Or have you yet to start it? All right, then, let's see. Ooh, Three of Pentacles inverted. One little second here. Okay. This seems to be more of a card representing your current situation, so I'm going to do a second card to see if we can get a result. Alright, interesting. Now tell me if this means anything to you. The first card we got is the Three of Pentacles. Pentacles often relates to financial situations. And so this Three of Pentacles inverted represents competition, disharmony, interference, and stagnation. Now, this could be either a representation of your current job, where you're feeling there might be competition or a disharmony there. Have fun. Hope it goes well, Nings. This could also, with the interference, it could be representing somebody's getting in your way of trying to find a new job, and that where you're currently at, you're stagnating. And additional, I drew you another card just to see if we can get some more insight on that, and we got the Ace of Wands. Hi, Aaron. The Ace of Wands inverted represents endings, delay, unmotivated, and impatience. Now, what this endings could be is not exactly certain. It could be an ending to the current job. It could be getting too disheartened with your current searches. It could just be, when it's mentioning impatience, maybe it's saying the endings are too early. And let's see if we can find you a way out of this, though. Because I don't want just negatives for you. Interesting. Why are you facing this direction? Okay, well, a card fell out of the deck. Hello, Purity, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Lastly, we're going to have the World for you. The World is one of the major arcana. The World is the final destination of your journey. You have a deeper understanding of your role in the universe, and all of your efforts have come full circle. Reversed, though, it is regret, incomplete, a lack of closure, and doubt. There's a lot of negative signs right now for the new jobs. How are you feeling about finding a new job? Are you having doubts? Do you feel like you are ready to move on to that next step in your life? The cards get shuffled every draw, yes. I think of the question, and then I draw the card. You can also do a general reading. Just make sure you do a redeem. You think so? I would spend some time sitting down and really figuring out what it is that you want your next steps to be. Are you just wanting to move? Or is there something you can aim for, something that you can specifically look for? Going aimlessly may not be the best. Because if you just get more of the same, it won't be what you want. Now, Pink, what are you looking for? Lovely, lovely Pink. I'm worried I won't get in after all, since Modric is close by. Well, let's see what the cards say about you getting in. Interesting. I'm going to draw 2 more cards for you. Cheers. The deck tried to jump out of my hand. Oh, I hope I'm not the one lagging. Let me check on something real quick. Interesting. Oh, I'm not lagging? Okay. This is an interesting one for you. Should we wait though? Pink, let me know when you're available here. I'll write down the card, because I want to make sure that we actually get you. Oh, so you're good? Okay. You got the Artist. The Artist is a vessel of creation. The card signifies mankind and shows when you need to open to the knowledge that is available in you and to set aside the distractions of the human condition and listen. Visionary, interpreter, creation, passionate. I think the cards are saying that if you are more passionate for this, if you are excited, you'll do a lot better and you'll be able to head forward. But if you don't have passion, things may not turn out the best. Make sure you're doing something that you want to be doing. This was the worst day to choose to stop faithing. Oh, I'm sorry you got yelled at. I hope everything's going okay for you. Next we have Pinky. What do you want, Pinky? Also, did you say dishy art? Did you say dishy art? What do you mean dishy art? Tell me, Killian, what do you mean dishy art? You're not telling me that there's dishy art, are you? Pinky, is Pinky still here? I know things can get easily distracting. since I finished my degree, I will. Okay. How it will go? Let's see what the cards have to say. Interesting. Pinky, do you ever feel like you might have procrastinated a bit? Are you just feeling some unease with it? I drew the Magician that says unease, lack of planning, powerlessness, and procrastination. Okay, but we have some more story here. Next we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is impatient. Hi, Tea Keeper. Thank you so much for the follow. The Knight of Swords also shows weak, unreliable, impatient, disorganized. These seem more like warnings to not approach these things too aggressively, to plan them out, to think your way through it. But lastly, we do have a positive one. I'm glad you're getting used to it. We have Temperance. Now let me find it here. How are you doing, Tea Keeper? Lastly, competition. No, not competition. My bad. Balance, harmony, purpose, and moderation. Temperance appears when there's a need for balance of opposing areas in your life. You're being asked to be patient and examine priorities in your life that are in disharmony. Temperance assists us by pointing you to life's meaning and purpose. So to this, it shows me that you need to be patient while you're looking for jobs and not take just any job. Make sure that you're putting time in, effort in. Don't go too quick. Alright. I hope that can be help. But again, the cards will always mean more to you than they do to me. That is the point of them. I only draw the cards. Tea Keeper, I am doing pretty well. Today's a lovely day. But every day is lovely when I'm here with all of you. One second while I pull up the Twitch activity feed so I can keep track of who is next. Oh, that's why. Next we have Vanya. Hi, Ocean. Good luck, Ocean. Pin chat is always funny, because my two mods are dorks. Vanya, what kind of reading would you like? You've done this before. Weekly reading? Alright, let's see how your week's gonna go. Okay. Very interesting. I decided to draw 3 cards for you. And oddly enough, they're all of the major arcana. The High Priestess represents wisdom and enlightenment. She is between 2 worlds and embodies the eternal feminine spirit. She's the guardian of the unconscious who guides us to look inward and listen to our own feelings and intuition. Inverted, she represents repression, mistrusts, secrets, and loss. Followed by the Sun. The Sun card shines down confidence and awakening upon you. It is time to embrace the joys in life and leave darkness and confusion behind. Reversed as this is, represents selfishness, egotistical sadness and depression. And lastly, we have the devil. The devil shows you that the problems that constrain you are an illusion. The binding is of your own. It is time to ask yourself what it is that holds you back, and are you truly helpless to change the situation? Upright, it represents addiction, obsession, control, and materialism. And what these cards are telling is kind of more pointing to an emotional instability, a request, if you ask, for you to take a look at yourself and figure out what it is that is holding you back. Spend some time working on those, letting go of what you can, so that you don't hold on to the toxic, negative emotions. You're obsessed with anime, man. I believe it, Amethyst. I'm gonna give it to you. What am I gonna give you? Next we have Desi. Desi, you wanted a general read, is that correct? Let's just do a quick little one card general read. All right. I'm going to scroll through this little book here real quick, which tells you how much time I spend on computers. Okay, an interesting combination. To start with, we got Ace of Pentacles. Usually, Pentacles represents work, health, finance, creative outlets, and material possessions. They appear as a mirror of what manifests in the physical world. And this time, you got greed, corruption, risk, and delay. Don't know if you're having any issues in your day-to-day, but this points out to there being something going on. But followed by that, we have one of my favorite cards. If I can just find it. Not the wands or the pentacles, but the cups. The Five of Cups inverted. Now, oftentimes when you get the cups or you get any of the inverted cards, there is a negative connotation. But the Five of Cups inverted represents acceptance, forgiveness, and nostalgia. So this is pointing more of that something in your past is causing the negativity. But through acceptance and forgiveness, it is something that you can move past. And there's a little card read. I hope it meant something to you. Vanya, what are you quoting? And I think our, second to last draw is Amethyst Velvet. Five of Cups is a favorite for me because inverted, it is the acceptance, forgiveness, and nostalgia. And for a long part of my life, that's something that I really needed. And so whenever I would draw it, when I was doing my own personal reads, I'd sit here with a deck and just think about myself for a little while, draw a few cards, see what they said, and getting the forgiveness and acceptance card always felt like a little milestone of growth. Just a little weekly read, Amethyst. Let's see how your week is going to go. Leona, thank you. Mwah. Kiss for you. You're not getting death. You are getting 2 inverted cards, though. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. To be fair, so many of the cards are interesting. Some more than others. Amethyst. We have the 2 of Cups inverted, imbalance, disconnection, unworthiness, and struggle, and Temperance inverted, competition, frustration, excess, and imbalance. It seems like there might be an imbalance in your life. Something that is causing frustration and just things that you're going to be dealing with that make it more difficult. With 2 cards both relating to balance, I'd definitely take this time to sit, figure out what is more imbalanced in your life, and do so with cognition, bringing balance. It is. But that's fair. I think we all have a lot of imbalances in our lives. What kind of reading would you like, Echo? Is there anything in particular you're looking for? We can do just a generalized day reading. We can do a week reading. If there's something in particular you're worried about. Anything at all. Oh, are you continuing the same job? Or are you doing a new job? Or are you talking the same job, I'm assuming? Hello, Kitsuzuki. How you doing? Let's see what you got. Will Echo do better with their job this time around, or will they feel burnout? A lot of 2s today. I'm doing pretty well, thank you for asking. Just relaxing here a bit. Couldn't do the original planned stream due to extenuating circumstances, but I'm enjoying this. Echo, focus, decisions, discovery, planning. Thank you for the follow, it's high praise. Hope you're doing well. This seems to more point towards something positive. Focus, decisions, discovery, planning. It could be saying that this job is a good opportunity for you to maybe find something that you enjoy doing in it. Putting in the effort, planning it out, what you're going to do may help a lot. Hello, James. So yes, I think the job will go well for you. lastly, we have Gangsta Neeks. Or Nico. Hi, Nico. What'd you like to ask? I'm surprised we haven't gotten any love reads. Oh, speak of the devil, I was just going to say that. You want to hear me read a story? Chat, we might actually read a book. That might be fun. I think I have a few by the desk. Let's see, relationships. Are you looking for romance or friendships? Or what sort of thing are you looking for, Ninx? Do you have the devils? Your current relationship? Oh. Let's see how your current relationship is gonna go. Continue. Huh. Hi, Brace, though. How's your day going, and what kind of book? Let's see. So, gangsta, judgment shows when it's time for self-evaluation. You are at a crux for reaching a new life and must purge those things that would hinder you from being renewed. Inverted, it represents self-doubt, rejection, blockage, and stagnation, which you are kind of mentioning right there. Do you have a way you're wanting to go forward with it? Is it a relationship you're wanting to save? Sword Fighting Club. Well, then we'll draw you 2 cards, gangsta. 2 considerations. Interesting. And what kind of sword fighting were you doing, Hyper Ace? I used to do fencing. I did both saber, epee, and foil. The epee is my favorite. Never ask questions you don't want answers to. But not the worst. If you're wanting to stay, we got the inverted 4 of Wands. Transitions, tensions, change, instability. It seems to make it work. A lot's going to have to change. Things are going to be difficult. There will be emotional struggle. But if it's what you want, it is possible. But on the other side, ironically, another flip of the coin. 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles upright is isolation, poverty, poor health, and insecurity. I assume suddenly being on your own would be difficult. There would be a struggle. Either way, both are struggles. And you may feel a bit alone if you take the other one. But both are doable. There is no easy path, as there most definitely never is in situations like this. Gene, don't tell anyone. I'm watching this during my lecture. Crazy. Oh, sword and buckler. More European style. That sounds like fun. I guess foil is also European. Different era. Really? Oh, what are you crocheting? I used to know somebody who did mini crochet, and she'd crochet all these little fruits. I think somewhere I still have a little lemon she crocheted. They are adorable. I'd always wanted to learn how to crochet, but it's such small, intricate work, and I have big, stupid hands. Thank you so much for the follow. No winner this time, but nice try. And why are you paying attention to me instead of your class, Amethyst? Would anyone else like a tarot reading? You know, of course. Thank you, Dinks. Good evening. Ace, what kind of reading would you like? I can do a day read, a general read, a relationship read, health, or anything else you'd like. Nemu Bear. How you doing, Nemui? How's your day going? You want a Big Mac? Go get yourself a Big Mac then. Relationship. I'm working on a star blanket I started about a year ago. Finished a scarf, so now I can finally work again. Nice. It is not aura. Let's go with a relationship read. Are you looking for a current relationship or a new relationship? They'll be a little bit different. If you're seeking, we can look into that. Or if you're having struggles right now, a possible one. Ooh, okay. Let's see how that one is going. You don't care about the anatomy of a male cow? That's a wild thing to say. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Nor have I ever been compared to a cow. The Two of Swords. Intuition, compromise, indecision, stalemate. And then we also got the Eight of Cups, which brings up disappointment. And so to me this is saying that it could be an indecision or a sort of stalemate you're in right now that is preventing the success that you're looking for. How are you feeling about the relationship right now, the possible relationship? Are you feeling motivated in it? Confident? Are you feeling more confused? Doing well. How are you doing today? I'm not gonna lie, you're making me sleepy right now. That's half the point of this. And let's see, I am anatomy of a dinosaur. Echo, you can always do another redeem if you'd like. Yes, Ace. I hope that means something to you. But yes, anybody can do a second redeem or more. The art is up. Perhaps I should draw you next studying dinosaurs. Alright, now let's go with Keeper first. Keeper. What are you looking for? Generalization of the current relationship. You just have to believe in the heart of the cards, Echo. The heart of the cards will set you free. Okay, okay. A lovely little friend. The Five of Cups inverted. Acceptance, forgiveness, nostalgia. I don't know if things have been more difficult lately, but this is pointing to things coming to a positive. Of reaching maybe back in the past and feeling how things might have once been. But I believe it is a positive push forward. But I also drew you another card, the Devil, which warns against obsession, control, and materialism. Be careful when discussing money. But beyond that, it is a positive turn right now, or a positive turn will be coming. And what about you, Amethyst? What would you like? A relationship. Every one of you a relationship. That's funny. I thought you all were nervous. Fair. Thank you for the lurk, and thank you for the hydrate. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Tell me, out of the two of you, which one is the impulsive one, Amethyst? It mentions here being impatient, being impulsive in a negative way. And it says to be careful of that with the King of Wands inverted. But also, the Page of Wands says enthusiasm, travel, creativity, and exploration. So it could definitely be a time to more commit to the relationship, to be more energetic. Travel is always great. And next, God damn it, we're gonna see if I can maintain this with this little whisper here. Let's see what we have. We have the dear sweet Echo. Tell me, Echo, what kind of reading would you like? Current relationship. Oh, I feel you, Echo. Echo, I know exactly how that is. I've had so many of those where I was too busy hoping for something that would never be. It is always good to focus on yourself. But here we go. We got the King, Queen of Pentacles, imbalance, reclusiveness, superficial martyrdom. It feels like you might be putting yourself out there too much. That you might be only hurting yourself and sacrificing yourself to it. It may be time to stop pining. It mentions an imbalance. Do you feel imbalanced in this situation? Maybe one side pining more than the other. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next we have, who do we have? No, we just did Keeper, Amethyst, Echo, all the way back to Vanya. Dear, sweet Vanya, what'd you like? Can you DM me? Sure. Naturally. Gotcha, sweetie. We're gonna pull a little card right out of the middle of the deck. What a good card for this one. What a good card. Oh, 1 second, chat. Alright, we're good, we're good. Sorry there. I heard some background music playing from the nearby base, and I was pretty sure trumpets and revelry really hit the right vibe for the night. Strength. We're good. The strength card reminds us that true power comes from within, through patience, gentleness, compassion. One can overcome obstacles without resorting to physical aggression. The woman and the lion signify that we need to tame the beast within ourselves and find balance, inner calm, courage, control, patience. We also, though, had another card here. The Seven of Swords inverted. Responsibility, acceptance, challenge, and commitment. I think those two work well for that question you asked me. How'd your cooking go? Oh good, I can stop the southern voice. How'd the cooking go? And what'd you make? Hummus and roast veggies. Very good. Are you vegan? Or do you just like hummus? You're welcome, Vanya. And next we have Killian. Killian, what kind of read would you like? This is not me being biased or anything, chat. But meat can be very, very boring. We don't do much with it. Oh, cold food's always good. Killian, what kind of read would you like? It is way too hot. I want to know how it's gonna go. Big life changes, big life changes. Let's see what we got. That's gonna be a good one. Oh. Oh. Get some sleep. Relax. Close your eyes. Leave my stream playing all night. We're getting the Five of Swords, selfishness, tension, betrayal, entitlement, and the Three of Wands. Delay, obstacles, risk, and disappointment. Sammy, thank you so much for the raid. Sammy won. Sammy, aren't you already a VIP? Or do I just have you labeled as an artist? But Sammy, thank you so much. Spooky Rain, hi. I don't know if you have a sub yet, Sammy, but we definitely need to gift you one. Sammy Lauren. Hello, Lauren. Lauren. Took a little bit for that message to make it over. But yes, Killian, it does seem like it might be a bit of a struggle. Use that as a warning. Thank you so much for the raid. It's greatly appreciated. Oh, hello. Another little raid. How are you doing? Can we get another little shout out there? Vanya, would you do me the sweetest favor? But thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. And Lauren already has a sub and is already marked as an artist. Cooldown sucks. It does suck. But how are you all doing? How was the stream? What were you doing? Did you have fun with whatever you're doing? I hope you did. Hi, Chiro. We're just doing some tarot readings today. Pinky, looks like you're next. Oh, wait a second. I recognize you. Relationship, please. I think oh, so sorry for that, chat. Apparently, it decided to play an ad after I paused the video I was looking at. Thank you for the lurk, Lauren. Now, Pinky relationship. Nine. Stop kissing in my chat. This is a no kissing zone, don't you know? Deal, how dare you? Chat, what? Oh, okay, well, maybe there's a little kissing. The Nine of Cups. Mwah. Greened. Materialism, unrealistic expectations, and boastfulness. Why is it so hot? This could be representation of the current state, but I'm not exactly sure. I drew another card for you as well. The Devil, inverted, detachment, freedom, awareness, and vulnerability. Perhaps the expectations of the relationship are too high, and that could mean anything, whether what you want to get from it or what you expect from it long term. The devil suggests that something will change and will give you what you're needing. That there is something to be let go of. What that could be, I'm not sure. What are you doing with the big booms? 5 more demons. Crazy. The devil in the card. Kind of. Kind of. Yes, you can message me, by the way, Keeper, if you'd like to send me your request here. Keeper, you already had a request that you put in. Oh, that's a stretch. Never mind. We'll get to you eventually. Nemui. Bear. Hi, Bear. Nemu. It's probably Nemu, right? Lovely little Nemi bear. What kind of reading would you like? Of course, Pinky. I don't know if they're still here. Or am I just pronouncing their names so badly that they refuse to respond? Whammy. How are you doing, though? You're doing great. Well, Keeper, if you want to message me your question. Oh, yes, you can ask anything. If you have something in your life that you're worried about, if you want to ask about relationships, new, old, if you want to ask about streaming, content creation, or just how your week's gonna go. EP. Chat, I'm slowly putting myself to sleep. I can't. I love showing off. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Bonk Fania, bonk the Mons. Wow. I'm Moxie Roxy. We're doing little tarot readings. Whether tarot is something you believe in or not, it's something that's always a little fun. How your week's gonna go? Perfect. It's too hot to cuddle. Oh, my warm butt is always way too warm to cuddle. Especially right now. I had to turn on the AC and I'm still melting here. Let's see a week read for you. The Hermit advises you that now is the time for reflection. You must look inward for truth and wisdom, for you have all the knowledge you need inside. Be calm, reflective. Do not let... Puppy? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. We're doing little tarot card readings today. How are you doing, Puppy? A wolf. What a lovely puppy. I will give you all the attention that you deserve. In just a second, let me finish this reading real quick. But Poppy, what were you doing? And how was stream? Thank you so much for the follows. Now, the Hermit. Isolation, foolishness, withdrawal, depression. That seems to say that you'll be holding yourself back this week. So make sure that you take time to actually get out of your shell and move forward. But how was stream, Puppy? Sorry I missed it. But you know I love being there. I hope it went well. So many. Oh, Puppy is such a great ASM artist. The stinky puppy girl. And I know all of her lovely What's the right word for it? Friends are good. Change chat to my basement, and yet about my dumb reality TV and movies. That sounds awful. What did chat do to make you want to torture them? Or did they love it? I hope at least it's a cold basement. It is way too hot right now. Oh, it's so damn hot. They're stinky. That's fair. Gene, when do we get to basement? I'm sure I can find a good time to put you in the basement. They're stinky. You know, very fair. Very fair. Is that why you're in the basement with them, puppy? It's exactly where you belong. Puppy, would you like a tarot reading, by the way? We're offering tarot readings today. Completely free. You can ask about anything. Relationships, your week, streaming, how that next meal of yours is going to be. Whatever you like. It's 15C where I currently am, but it's still too hot, mostly because I'm half covered in a blanket I'm making. I'm in a hell of my own making. The basement would be colder. The basement of stink. Loved it there. Maru, that is so funny though. I just imagine that. Slowly building your own little torture device. Making yourself melt. Oh, damn. Alright, I believe next we had Keeper. One little second here, Keeper, while I draw you some cards. How you doing, Prolly Rose? I recognize your name. No, so many redeems. And thank you for the follow. Let's see if you win. Almost so close. And Shibaro, thank you so much for the follow. By the way, lovely Puppies viewers, sorry, I'm very unfocused today. My name's LuckyJene. I'm a gambler, a writer, and a flirt. So if any of those things interest you, feel free to stick around. But if you'll need to rest, please do so as well. Now let's see. Keeper. The star is the light you seek when you enter a new phase of life. She reminds you that you're connected to the universe, and all the wisdom you seek is available. The star shows you that now is the time to embrace new ideas and growth. Inverted, confusion, despair, test of faith, and negativity. And next we have the Knight of Swords, but also inverted. Weak, unreliable, impatient, disorganized. So as you're acting as more ambitions, I think what this is saying is just spend some more time in planning to find strength that you can rely on so that the goal that you have can be satisfied. Do you think you can do that? And because, Gillian, I have a cooldown on that. We don't want to be stuck in Southern Voice all day, do we? Too many of those, and I just don't know what I'd do. No. You'd kill my throat. Oh, well, thank you so much for the redeem aura. Oh, how I hate you. I'll be Southern forever at that rate. Shibaru. Hi. How you doing? Baro. I know you can't kill you, you pervert. Next we have Aura. What kind of reading would you like? No, I could never hate you, chat. You're too fun. Are you great? A career reading? That's a good one. Is that a crying little smile? Oh, what's wrong? Or is that a nose? I'd have to turn my head sideways to read that, but then I'd lose my headphones. But I'm glad you're doing great. Career reading about music. A nose. An expressive face, then. Very nice. Okay. Okay. We have 2 cards here. The 5 of Cups inverted, my dear old friend, and the world. We'll start with the 5 of Cups. Acceptance, forgiveness, nostalgia. Now, Cups delves into your emotional state, and the sweet that appears when you need to pay attention to your own intuition when making decisions, and so I would heavily rely on the acceptance of this card. That there's something that you need to accept with what you're currently attempting, although I do not know what that could be. And afterwards we get the world. The world is the final destination of your journey. Thank you for the follow, Sandy Lightning. You have a deeper understanding of your role in the universe, and all of your efforts have come full circle. Completion, satisfaction, travel, fulfillment. It seems when it comes to your career, especially with music, you're on the right path. And thank you for the follow, oh boy, Jean. How you doing, Jean? Or is it Jean just like me? Thank you so much for the follow. It's always greatly appreciated. You are on the right path. Amethyst. You've requested a reading. What would you like? Your wedding in 2 weeks will go. Alright, let's take a look. A candy top. Like a top made out of candy. Are you making clothing? Oh, isn't that fun? Let's see, wedding in 2 weeks. How is it going? How will it go? Okay. Put on a goon corner, bro. I don't even know what that means. Or do you want me to put you in a goon corner? Let's see. Success, collaboration, solutions, and confidence. A positive outcome. I say it's going to go very well for you. I wish you all the luck with it. Candy is this like stuff made out of beans. Oh. Well. Can you eat it if you try really, really hard? I think you should try eating it. The little alien, what kind of reading would you like? Do you have a preference? Relationship. I'm gonna bow out now. Alright, Silas. You be good. But la little alien. Education. Oh, I feel you. It's been fun all. Bye, Silas. Well, isn't that one interesting? Pulled a random card that fell out of the deck. The Eight of Swords. Alright, sounds good. Now where were we? Isolation, imprisonment, disappointment, trapped. Not the best read for going into school. Let's see if we can get a result with this. And the artist. Okay. The artist in this case represents passion, visionary, interpretation, and creation. So, while you can easily feel trapped in something like this, if you approach it with passion, with focus, it's a good way to move forward and get through it. Try to do that. And remember, tarot is more of a way to address your own feelings about things, to see how the cards make you feel. I don't guarantee it as a read of the future. It's just a fun little thing, and the cards will always mean more to you than they do me. Shimbaro. What kind of reading would you like? Can do a day read, a relationship, employment, any sort of reading that you could like. If I'm mispronouncing your name, feel free to correct me. Or should I just call you Shib? Shibaro. Relationship? Then definitely do that. Are we looking for new relationships? Are there worries about your current relationship? What is the vibe we're approaching here? Shiba, like the dog. Are you also a pup? An adorable pup. Vondi. How you doing? But yes, we're looking for a new one. Perfect. 1 second here. We drew the Empress inverted. Now, if only I could find her. There she is. The Empress is the manifestation of creation, the mother. She invites you to reconnect with nature, world, and nurture what we have created. Inverted, she represents neglect, indecisiveness, disconnection, and resistance. Now, this could be just to your approach. It could be stating that there are parts that you're not paying attention to right now. In addition, the Knight of Wands. Anger, ego, frustration, pessimism when inverted. Not the best read for romance. It may be a point to focus on yourself and to establish what you really want. To figure that out, get the energy right, and move forward with that. But I hope that is a good reading there. And let's draw one last card for you. Let's just see where it goes. Deception and irresponsibility. Okay, the cards are telling me not to pull more cards. Okay, we're approaching an ad break in about 1 minute, 24 seconds. So I do apologize for that. That'll pop up. But it should be fine. Eddie. Amethyst. You're such a bad girl. Aren't you? Bad girl Amethyst. Do better. And I think that is our last tarot reading redeem. Unless there's any other questions anyone else would like to ask. If not, I may find a book and read a little. Would you all like to relax for a little while and listen to me read? Thank you for the follow. Ross, how are you doing? Good. Then while this ad break starts, I'm gonna go on the Be Right Back screen for about 3 minutes while I go get the book. Be right back. Thank you for the reminder. Woof woof bark bark. So for those of you not stuck in the little ad land, hello, hello, hello. We're going to be reading The Cruel Prince. It is a book I've intended to read for quite some time, but I haven't had a chance to really read it yet. No, don't be mad, Amethyst. You don't want to watch ads, do you? Nobody likes ads. Why are you mad at me? What did I do? So many people mad at me. I can't believe it. Come fight me. This book is written by Holly Black, a novel of Elf Hem. I bought this book a while back and could just never get the time to read it. So now we have a chance. Apparently it's one of 4 books. It looks really interesting. Are you ready? Book 1. Children born of fairy stock never need for shirk or frock, never want for food or fire, always get their heart's desire. Jingle pockets full of gold, merry when they're 7 years old. Every fairy child may keep 2 strong ponies and 10 sheep. All have houses each his own, built of brick or granite stone. They live on cherries, they run wild. I'd love to be a fairy's child. Robert Graves, I'd love to be a fairy's child. A little intro poem for the story. Book 1, the prologue. On a drowsy Sunday afternoon, a man in a long dark coat hesitated in front of a house on a tree-lined street. He hadn't packed a car, nor had he come by taxi. No neighbor had seen him strolling along the sidewalk. He simply appeared, as if stepping between one shadow and the next. Thank you for the hydrate. And hello there, little demon. The man walked to the door and lifted his fist to knock. Inside the house, June sat on the living room rug and ate fish sticks, soggy from the microwave, and dragged through a sludge of ketchup. Her twin sister, Taryn, napped on the couch, curled around a blanket, thumb in her fruit punch-stained mouth. And on the other end of the sofa, their older sister, Vivian, stared at the television screen, her eerie, split-pupil gaze fixed on a cartoon mouse as it ran from the cartoon cat. She laughed when it seemed as if the mouse was about to get eaten. Vivi was different from the other big sisters, but since 7 years old, Jude and Taryn were identical, with the same shaggy brown hair and heart-shaped faces. They were different too. Vivi's eyes and the lightly furred points of her ears were to Jude not so much more strange than being the mirror version of another person. And if sometimes she noticed the way the neighbor kids avoided Vivi, or the way the parents talked about her in low, worried voices, Jude didn't think it was anything important. Grown-ups were always worried, always whispering. Taryn yawned and stretched, pressing her cheek against Vivi's knee. Outside, the sun was shining, scorching the asphalt of driveways. Lawnmower engines whirred, and children splashed in backyard pools. Dad was in the outbuilding, where he had a forge. Mom was in the kitchen, cooking hamburgers. Everything was boring. Everything was fine. It's a very cute little emo there, Demon. How are you doing? When the knock came, Jude hopped up to answer it. She hoped it might be one of the girls from across the street wanting to play video games or inviting her for an after-dinner swim. The tall man stood on their mat, glaring at her. He wore a brown leather duster despite the heat. His shoes were shod with silver, and they rang hollowly as he stepped over the threshold. Jude looked up into his shadowed face and shivered. "Mom," she yelled. "Mom, someone's here." Her mother came from the kitchen, wiping wet hands on her jeans. When she saw the man, she went pale. "Go to your room," she told Jude in a scary voice. "Now." "Whose child is that?" the man asked, pointing at her, his voice oddly accented. "Yours. His. No one's." Mom didn't even look in Jude's direction. She's no one's child. There's been a few redeems of it, Leona. Some enjoy it. There used to be a lot worse redeems, but I've since moved away from that sort of thing. That's more for private spaces. That wasn't right. Jude and Taryn looked just like their dad. Everyone said so. She took a few steps toward the stairs, but didn't want to be alone in her room. Vivi, Jude thought. Vivi will know who the tall man is. Vivi will know what to do. But Jude couldn't seem to make herself move any further. "I've seen many impossible things," the man said. "I've seen the acorn before the oak. I've seen the spark before the flame. But never have I seen such as this. A dead woman living. A child born from nothing." Mom seemed at a loss for words. Her body was vibrating with tension. Jude wanted to take her hand and squeeze it, but she didn't dare. One second. "I doubted Balkan when he told me I'd find you here," said the man, his voice softening. "The bones of an earthly woman and her unborn child in the burned remains of my estate were convincing. Do you know what it is to return from battle? To find your wife dead, your only heir with her? To find your life reduced to ash?" Mom shook her head. Not as if she was answering him, but as though she was trying to shake off the words. He took a step toward her. She took a step back. There was something wrong with the tall man's leg. He moved stiffly, as though it hurt him. The light was different in the entry hall, and Jude could see the odd green tint of his skin and the way his lower teeth seemed too large for his mouth. She was able to see that his eyes were like Vivi's. "I was never going to be happy with you," Mom told him. "Your world isn't for people like me." The tall man regarded her for a long moment. "You made vows," he said finally. She lifted her chin, and then I renounced them. His gaze went to June, and his expression hardened. What is a promise from a mortal wife worth? I suppose I have my answer. Mom turned. At her mother's look, Jude dashed into the living room. Taryn was still sleeping. The television was still on. Vivian looked up with half-lidded cat eyes. "Who's at the door?" she asked. I heard arguing. "A scary man," Jude told her, out of breath, even though she barely had run at all. Her heart was pounding. "We're supposed to go upstairs." She didn't care that Mom had told only her to go upstairs. She wasn't going by herself. With a sigh, Vivi unfolded from the couch and shook Taryn awake. Drowsily, Jude's twin followed them into the hallway. As they started towards the carpet-covered steps, Jude saw her father come in from the back garden. He held an axe in his hand, forged to be a near replica of the one he'd studied in a museum in Iceland. It wasn't weird to see Dad with an axe. He and his friends were into old weapons and would spend a lot of time talking about material culture and sketching ideas for fantastical blades. What was odd was the way he held the weapon, as if he was going to. Her father swung the axe towards the tall man. He had never raised a hand to discipline June or her sisters, even when they got into big trouble. He wouldn't hurt anyone. He just wouldn't. And yet, the axe passed the tall man, biting into the wood trim of the door. Taryn made an odd, high, keening noise and slapped her palms over her mouth. The tall man drew a curved blade from beneath his leather coat, a sword, like from a storybook. Dad was trying to pull the axe free from the doorframe when the man plunged the sword into Dad's stomach, pushing it upward. There was a sound, like sticks snapping, and an animal cry. Dad fell to the vestibule carpet, the one Mom always yelled about when they tracked mud on it. The rug was turning red. Mom screamed. Jude screamed. Taryn and Vivi screamed. Everyone seemed to be screaming, except the tall man. "Come here," he said, looking directly at Vivi. You monster," the mother shouted, moving toward the kitchen. "He's dead." "Do not run from me," the man told her. "Not after what you've done. If you run again, I swear I..." But she did run. She was almost around the corner when his blade struck her in the back. She crumpled to the linoleum, falling arms knocking magnets off the fringe. The smell of fresh blood was heavy in the air, like wet, hot metal, like those scrubbing pads Mom used to clean the frying pan when stuff was really stuck on. Jude ran at the man, slamming her fists against his chest, kicking at his legs. She wasn't even scared. She wasn't sure she felt anything at all. The man paid Jude no mind. For a long moment, he just stood there, as though he couldn't quite believe what he'd done, as though he wished he could take back the last 5 minutes. Then he sank to one knee, caught hold of Jude's shoulder. He pinned her arms to her side so she couldn't hit him anymore. But he wasn't even looking at her. His gaze was on Vivian. "You were stolen from me," he told her. "I've come to take you to your true home, an Elfheim beneath the hill. There you'll be rich beyond measure. There you'll be with your own kind." "No," Vivi told him in her somber little voice. I'm never going anywhere with you. I'm your father, he told her, his voice harsh, rising like the crack of a lash. You're my heir and my blood, and you will obey me, and this is all things. She didn't move, but her jaw set. You're not her father, Jude shouted at the man. Even though he and Vivi had the same eyes, she wouldn't let herself believe it. Lala, that sounds wonderful. I'm glad you're enjoying and relaxing. His grip tightened on her shoulders, and she made a little squeezed, squeaking sound. But she stared up defiantly. She'd won plenty of staring contests. He looked away first, turning to watch Taryn on her knees, shaking Mom while she sobbed, as though she was trying to wake her up. Mom didn't move. Mom and Dad were dead. They were never going to move again. I hate you, Vivi proclaimed to the tall man with a viciousness that Jude was glad of. I will always hate you. I vow it. The man's stony expression didn't change. Nonetheless, you'll come with me. Ready these little humans. Pack light. We ride before dark. Vivian's chin came up. Leave them alone. If you have to, take me, but not them. He stared at Vivi, then he snorted. You'd protect your sisters from me, wouldn't you? Tell me then, where would you have them go? Vivi didn't answer. They had no grandparents, no living family at all, at least none they knew. He looked at Jude again, released her shoulders, and rose to his feet. They are the progeny of my wife, and thus my responsibility. I may be cruel, a monster, a murderer, but I do not shirk my responsibilities, nor should you shirk yours as the eldest. Years later, when Jude told herself the story of what happened, she couldn't recall the part where they packed. Shock seemed to have erased that hour entirely. Somehow Vivi must have found bags, must have put in their favorite picture books and their most beloved toys, along with photographs and pajamas and coats and shirts. Or maybe Jude had packed for herself. She was never sure. She couldn't imagine how they'd done it, with their parents' bodies cooling downstairs. She couldn't imagine how it had felt, and as the years went by, she couldn't make herself feel it again. The horror of the murders dulled with time. Her memories of the days blurred. A black horse was nibbling the grass of the lawn when they went outside. Its eyes were big and soft. Jude wanted to throw her arms around its neck and press her wet face into its silky mane. Before she could, the tall man swung her and Taryn across the saddle, handling them like baggage rather than children. He put Vivi up behind him. Hold on, he said. Jude and her sisters wept the whole way to fairyland. In fairy there are no fish sticks, no ketchup, no television. And that is the end of the prologue in chapter 1. And my lovely, lovely, lovely viewers, we are reaching the end of stream here. So I think it's time we find ourselves someone to raid into. I hope you all had a lovely time today. A more chill afternoon stream than what we're normally used to. Crab cakes and mustard. I hope that is more tasty than it sounds. No, I wouldn't know. Magnus Moth. Hello, hello, hello. You love the tarot reading? I'm glad you love the tarot reading. Oh, we'll take a break and relax. We'll finish up these last few minutes here while I try and find somebody to write into. Let's see who we have. As we have so many lovely little ASMR viewers here today, we should probably continue with the ASMR. Don't you agree? Visual ASMR, that's one's interesting. Let's write into whatever this visual ASMR is. Kitty, be silly. Now I'll be back here tomorrow. And 3:30 a.m. MST. Doing something I don't know what yet. But I will see you all there, okay? I appreciate you all so very, very much. No raid message this time. Oh, the raid settings won't let me raid this person. How dare they? Let's try somebody else then. Here. There we go. Oh, so lovely seeing all of you. You all have an amazing night. And again, thank you all you lovely people from Bobby's stream. They're so very wonderful, so I really appreciate that. Good night, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon.